What the hell happened to Maura Murray? It's been 20 years since she'd vanished without a trace. Join me as we dive into the evidence, theories, and unanswered questions surrounding her disappearance. Maura was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. On February 9th, 2004, she emailed professors that she'd be missing class due to a death in the family, which we now know was a lie. She then withdrew money from an ATM, bought alcohol, and drove north towards New Hampshire. Later that night, her car was found crashed along a rural road in Haverhill. A local resident spoke with Murray briefly. He offered to call 911. She said she had already called roadside assistance, but she had not. She asked, and according to one report, pleaded with the man not to call the police. Knowing there was no cell reception in the area, the motorist called the local sheriff when he arrived home. He couldn't see Murray's car from his home, but noted several cars pass by as he looked out the window and waited for police. So why didn't Maura call or want anyone else to call the police? Maybe because she had been drinking and didn't want a DUI. We don't know, but I think that is a strong possibility. Another resident, whose house she crashed outside, called 911 to report the accident. At the time of the call, she said she saw a man in the passenger side seat smoking a cigarette. Later, she would claim she saw no man, nor any other person in the car, but rather a red glow coming from the passenger seat that could have been a cell phone. Another passerby said she came up on the crash at 7:37 and saw a police SUV face to face with Murray's vehicle. She pulled over briefly, but said she didn't see anyone inside or around either vehicle. Now, this conflicts with official police reports, which logs their time of arrival at 7:46 p.m. When the police did arrive, just minutes later, she was gone. No footprints, no blood, no phone, no sign of a struggle, just gone. Initially, police treated her as a missing person, but perhaps a missing person who wanted to be missing. This is based on the fact that, as far as we know, she had told exactly no one of her plans to travel. No friends, no family, no one. And as mentioned, there was no evidence of foul play at the scene. Sometime between 8 and 8:30, a local contractor who was coming home from Franconia, New Hampshire, reportedly saw a young person walking along Route 112, approximately 4 to 5 miles east from where the incident took place. He noted that the young person was wearing jeans, a dark coat, a light colored hoodie. He didn't report the sighting until around 3 months later, which he said was because he had the dates confused. Only after going back over some of his work records did he realize the day he saw the young person was the same day Murray went missing. The responding officer and bus driver drove around looking for Murray. By 8:49, the car had been towed. By around 9:30, the responding officer had left. A rag, believed to be part of Murray's emergency roadside kit, was found stuffed into her tailpipe. In 2009, her case was given to New Hampshire's Cold Case Division, and they labeled it as suspicious. So, exactly what happened? Let's dive into some of the theories. The first theory suggests that Morris staged the whole thing. The emailed lie, the cash withdrawal, the remote location. She was reportedly overwhelmed, in academic trouble. She had recently wrecked her father's car, and this could be another reason she didn't want to call the police that night. Another accident on her record, and she was possibly having some relationship issues. So, could she have disappeared on purpose? Just had enough of it all and decided to skip town? But if so, how did she vanish without any help, in the middle of nowhere, in freezing temperatures, without a trace for 2 decades? And if the car accident was part of her plan, why? She could just as easily have sold the car and left with whoever her accomplice was and have the extra money to travel. And could she, or would she, really go more than 20 years without being noticed or talking to her family? This case has got a lot of media coverage over the years. Since it's unlikely she could have left the country, it also seems unlikely no one in whatever area she ended up would have recognized her. As far as we know, she didn't have a poor relationship with her family. So that, to me, seems a little far-fetched. Then there's the Good Samaritan abduction theory. The road was remote but not empty. Did someone offer help in armor? Locals and truckers were in the area. One disturbing clue, Dobbs lost her scent just a few feet from the car, as if she'd gotten into an motor vehicle. Could this have just been an extreme case of in the wrong place at the wrong time? But if so, why didn't she accept help from the first man who saw the wreck and stopped? Or again, was this possibly an accomplice's car she got into? On a different occasion, cadaver dogs allegedly got a scent hid on a nearby house. The police asked to excavate, but the owners were not cooperative. When the house was sold, the new owners agreed to let police search, but they found nothing. Could she have been there before, but moved, or the old owner sold the home? Thirdly, there's the accident after the accident theory. Could she have wandered off drunk or concussed and succumbed to the cold? The terrain there is harsh, but dozens of searches and no remains have ever been found. It's possible her body could have been taken by animals, but according to experts, that's not very likely. And the police dog should have still been able to pick up some scent, which brings in another theory questioning the aptitude of the hounds used to search for her. I'm certainly not an expert in search dogs, so I couldn't speak intelligently on it, but tell me what you think. And finally, there's the could Maura have been harmed by someone she knew theory. Maura's relationship with her boyfriend, Bill Rausch, has been scrutinized. There were odd voicemails, inconsistencies, and allegations from others later on. And it's possible she had a second boyfriend that no one knew about, who she was planning to run away with. But no solid evidence ever linked her known boyfriend or anyone else to her disappearance. Over the years, her case has sparked books, podcasts, Reddit threads, even a full docuseries, but still, no body, no arrest, no answers. Was she running from something or towards something? And that's an important question because we still don't know for certain where the hell she might have been going that night. Was it a tragic accident or a perfectly executed disappearance? And why did the investigation seem to stall so quickly? No body, no leads, and nothing new for 20 years. And now, 20 years later, people are still asking, where is Maura Murray? And what really happened on that cold February night? So this is one of those cases that I've thought about for many years, and so I have way more questions than I do answers. Every time I think about it, it seems my mind goes in a different direction of what might have actually happened. I decided to publish this in the hopes to get some renewed interest in this case and possibly find some answers. And I truly believe in my heart of hearts that there is still someone out there somewhere that has some information that would help. So what do you guys think? Was this a runaway, an abduction, possibly a combination of the two? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you pass this video around, maybe we can find the person or people out there who still know something. And if anyone does know something, you're always welcome to share that with me completely anonymously. I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Love you all. Bye-bye.